What's good mga kakila? It's your boy C Genesis back at it again with another video. In my previous video, you guys know I went to New Balance to grab some 550s for me and for a homie of mine, and that was a success. So as I promised, I'm gonna do a review for the New Balance 550s Oxford basketball sneaker. The general release 550s came with this New Balance gray box, which you guys are very familiar with, and of course I got a size 8.5. In my previous video, you can see there were two 550s, one in the red colorway and one in the blue colorway. So the red colorway is mine and the blue colorway is for the friend of mine. So inside the box, you have your New Balance 550. The New Balance 550 was actually first released back in 1989. For most people, they wouldn't know that New Balance was making basketball sneakers back in the 80s. They were providing basketball sneakers to a legendary former Laker basketball player, James Worthy. New Balance already distinguished themselves as one of the best running sneakers back in the 1960s to the 1990s, and of course until now. Unfortunately, the New Balance basketball line wasn't really getting the attention that they deserved back in the 1980s, because back in the 80s it was packed with basketball sneakers. Different brands was producing basketball sneakers and acquiring different basketball players to wear their sneakers. Just to name a few, there was Adidas, Puma, Converse, Nike, Reebok. The only three brands to talk about back in the 80s was Nike, Converse, and Adidas. Converse had Larry Bird and Magic Johnson for their Converse weapons. Adidas had the Pro Shell Centennials and of course the Adidas Attitudes, which was worn by the famous Patrick Ewing of the New York Knicks. And Nike.
Power laces, all right.
Nike had a lot of basketball sneakers back in the 1980s. They had the Nike Air Force 3s back in 1988, the Nike Air Python in 1986, the Nike Airship in 1984, the Nike Air Revolution in 1988, the Nike Air Jordan 1 in 1985, the Nike Air Jordan 2 in 1987, Nike Air Jordan 3 in 1988, and the Nike Air Jordan 4 in 1989. Same release as the 550s. New Balance had a lot of competition when it comes to their basketball line. New Balance had their run when it comes to their basketball sneakers back in the 80s. I mean, the James Worthy basketball sneakers were fine. The 740s, the 790s, yes, they were pretty good, but it was overshadowed by the rise of Michael Jordan and Nike. That being said, New Balance decided to shut down their basketball line. The 550s was one of the last basketball sneakers to be released by New Balance before the shutdown. And after 3 decades, the 550 has finally came back in a re-retroed form. This 550 is the general release version. We had the A Million Door collaboration. Unfortunately, I didn't get to grab any of the A Million Door collaboration, so I ended up with this, and I have to say I'm not mad. This is very similar to the white and red A Million Door 550s. This GR release with the blue colorway was released in December 1st, 2020 with a price tag of 110 USD, which is 799 HKD, but I'm very lucky enough to have a 20% off when I got these in stores, so I just paid 640 HKD. So let's go over this sneaker. Let's start off from the toe box. As you can see, the toe box has your classic lining of a New Balance with two linings of perforations here on the toe box. It's a white grain leather, very thick, very chunky leather on the toe box. As we move along to the side, you have that 550 in red with black lining in the outer line of the 550, and of course more perforations here, small dots as you can see. And on top of that side panel, you have the New Balance logo in red, also in leather with black lining. Going back to the ankle side, you have a small heel plate here in red. This red color plate here is rubber. And of course, more leather layerings, stitchings right here. I don't know if you can see it, but those layerings in that leather has like a red color inside layer. And as we move along to the back side, you have that NB logo and you have that red pull tab on top. As we move along to the inner side of the side panel, same exact thing. You have the N logo, layerings and linings of the leather, small perforations here as well. As we move along to the tongue, you have that stitched patch here with the New Balance basketball having that domino effect here in red outer linings here on the tongue, and we have that basic white flat laces. Moving down the midsole, the outer side, you have that New Balance popping out here, also a rubber, and just next to that is your NB logo right here. I didn't expect the midsole to be a bit creamy. In pictures, I thought it was as white as the leather, but turns out it's a bit more creamy than what I thought it was. Moving down the outsole, you have your classic retro basketball traction, mainly in black with small pops of red and white. And as you can see here on the white side, you have New Balance right there. Inside the sneaker, you have that Ortholite cushioning in black and of course New Balance logo. Quality wise on this 550s, it's actually a very decent leather here on top. It's very stiff and thick, but I think it's very durable white leather. I'm pretty sure this is gonna take you a while to wear out. Comfort wise, I didn't expect this to be very comfy. I would say this is more comfier than a regular Air Force One. I know some of you guys might get mad, but because of that Ortholite cushioning, this made the 550 a very comfy sneaker to walk in every day. Sizing wise, I got a size 8.5. That's my New Balance size. Whatever you wear with your Nike Air Force Ones, that's gonna be your size to get with this, in my opinion, because I think they fit very similar because of their bulkiness and their setup. What I like about this sneaker is it's very affordable if you have the chance to buy it for retail. I mean, it's just 110 USD, which is 799 HKD. This is a good alternative for the A Million Door collaboration, and also to the LB retro sneaker that they recently released. Very similar lining and layering and setup with the LBs, which this is 20 times or 15 times cheaper than those LVs. I've been wearing these for the last few days. I didn't expect this to be that comfy. Like, I could wear this the whole day without my feet getting fatigued. It's that soft. The Ortholite cushioning here is a good match for this retro basketball sneaker. Of course, you wouldn't play basketball with these because these are same like your Jordan 1s. You're just gonna wear them casually. I made an Instagram poll whether the red colorway or the blue colorway is better, and this is the result. Basically, you can't go wrong if you go with the blue or if you go with the red. I mean, if I could only get both, I would, but I'm saving up for a new laptop. If only I could get both, but I just needed one, so I went with the white and red. Right now, it's so hard to get this for retail. Especially here in Hong Kong. On the release date, they were going out of the shelves so fast. Most of the shops didn't have them in different sizes. I was lucky enough to find a shop that has this one and the blue one sitting on shelves with my size. So let's talk about resale. These are going for nearly twice the price in StockX. If you really want to get a 550, I suggest you guys to just wait a couple more months. I'm pretty sure they're gonna release a bunch of colorways. That's what they did with the 327s. Release a few, then they're just gonna mass produce different colorways. Maybe I'm gonna get some of the other colorways. I like the white and orange, very similar to this. Also the white and yellow with a small pop of suede on the toe box. So yeah, I suggest you guys to wait if you don't want to pay resale, but if you really want one, resale is not that bad. I mean, twice the price. We've seen worse with Nike and Yeezy. So yeah, all in all, I think this is a great pickup. This is a very versatile, very comfy sneaker, very affordable sneaker. I'll be wearing this a lot, especially for summer. This is gonna be a hot sneaker for summer. This will be having a lot of wear this coming few months. And yeah, that's it for the 550 review. If you like this video, please don't forget to share, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you haven't, so you'll get notified every time I have a new video. And again, it's your boy C Genesis, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.